Let me tell you something that will shock you, and at the same time make you sad. The picture you are seeing in this video is a picture extract from South African presidential election. Coalition Room. For those of you who do not know, South Africa just concluded their presidential election. This very picture you're seeing now is a transmission board, electronic transmission board, that South African government used in conducting the election. The umpire, the independent body that is charged with conducting election in South Africa, as you can see boldly here, election result were being transmitted real time. Anywhere you are, if you get into the Coalition Room, you will see election result coming in, gradually tickling in, as they are being countered at the polling unit. Now let's get to fact. South Africa had about 60% voted on out in this election. Why? Nigeria 2023 presidential election had about 26.72% voted on out. Comparatively, most South Africans came out to vote, even though some South Africans are still saying that this is the lowest toner they have over the years. But the key point here is the transparency, the robustness of the election, and how transparent the election was, how transparent the independent umpire was in transmitting the election result. And let me shock you, do you know that also people from diaspora voted in this election? But back home in Nigeria 2023 presidential election, if you think about the money that was given to INEC, how much the federal government of this country budgeted for that election, over $313 billion that run into trillions of naira. At the end of the day, real-time transmission that Nigerians hoped for. Even other level of transparency aside, the real-time transmission of resort, none happened, nothing happened. Body Beaver's body. Iravi Professor Yakuku Mahmoud rushed and announced election resort. 4 o'clock am. Why? Nigerians were still sleeping. My dear brothers and sisters, what South Africa demonstrated now shows that they are way more ahead of force in democratic governance. Yet we answer the giant of Africa. Corruption has eaten deep so much into this country that election has become a treasure, a time to make money, both for political allies, both for Iraq and her employees. And that is why it has been very big struggle and fight over the years to elect competent political leadership in Nigeria. The time is now for us to begin to rise. We have to start by demanding for INEC to approve diaspora voting in the next coming election. Yes, we have seen it. These things are possible. It is not the rocket science. The money that was invested within NAB was enough to give Nigeria the best of election in African continent. But what did we see? Allegations, stealing. Problem and problem and problem. Yet the saddest part of it is that political airlines, whose odd political airlines, of which the us were in their favor, were coming out to defend impunity and criminality, and yet we call ourselves religious men and women who believe and serve God. It is painful when I saw what happened in South Africa and compared it side by side with the election of 2023 in this country, Nigeria. I can only but whip for my country. I hope that the youth of this country will rise up to the challenges of taking back this country, Nigeria. All that we hoped for and asked for in the last election was transparency. Let the election be transparent. Little one that it will be said, if you must answer His Excellency or Her Excellency, the process that brought you must be excellent. I hope say another day, few day follow force inside this country. As you watch this video, they go beg you. Don't forget to drop your opinion, drop your comment and share this video, man.